The following is rated F for fairness. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Welcome to the audio show. All I've got is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right. Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Oh, yes.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. You are here for the same thing that I'm here for. I have not watched a skit yet. So y'all know that we're in the same boat this morning. Good morning, friends. Good morning, good morning. Yesterday was a very, very good day in Skitland. Uh, I didn't go live, but the other creators went live, and it was a pleasure being on a lot of the other platforms, and it's lovely. Yeah, yeah. So don't worry. When Only go live, I know the other content creators will bring it. Um, I wasn't sharing the views platform yesterday. It was too late for me to get onto Van's platform, but I will go on there one of these days and chit chat with Van because I haven't had much interaction with Van. On YouTube, so I'll work on that at some point in time. Skitland is on fire, and of course, I go on and Riri whenever it is I can. You know what I mean? So I try to move around on the different platforms. Friends, I want to tell you this. I've been watching Facebook, okay? And I've been watching Facebook fans, okay? I've been getting a read on Amber fans. Amber fans are basically they've been gloating too much. This is what I will say. Amber fans have been gloating too much. I've been watching I looked at Facebook, okay? And I've been looking even on here and I keep saying it's too much. People are now starting to gloat about this cheating that's occurring, and when you start to do that, it gets tricky. It gets very. I think a lot of Amber fans have started to gloat. I think that the gloating they've started to gloat on things that they shouldn't be gloating on. Things that they were upset about last year. This year they're gloating. And I think that that is not taking too well because I'm looking at it and I'm saying, friends, there's no way. There is no way. And we sat last year and we complained. We complained about Anthony. We made nice about Anthony. When Anthony tried to come back to Amber, we cuss. We cuss, we cuss, we cuss. We were upset with the Anthony thing. We cuss him, we cuss him, we cuss him. But you have a set of Amber fans who them love this thing with Dave. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, friends, Anthony needed to find out. Anthony needed to find out. That's all I will say. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. O'Neal, I cannot hold it. The one thing about O'Nealism can't hold it. I'm have to tell you the truth. A lot of die-hearted Amber fans have been gloating about the whole Dave thing. Them a gloat about the entire Dave thing. Is almost like this is something to be proud of. I didn't know it was something to be proud of. Even if it was a man, it's nothing to be proud of. You finding someone else in the midst of, hey, I don't know. I don't know. I've realized that, you know what, maybe my morals are a little bit different. Maybe that's what it is. Anyways, let's jump into this. Let's go, friends. Let's do it. Let's get into it.
Yeah, hey, you want something to drink or something?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
What's going on, man? It seems like kind of frantic on the phone, man. You want me to come over here? What's going on? You good?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I just,
What's up?
dude, you're my friend. I want to be honest with you.
Love it. First thing Ben says is, hey, dude, there's no way. There is no way. And now it's almost like people are. I'm gonna tell you what I mean. I'm gonna tell. No, no, and I'm not saying not all are not. You know what I'm talking about. When I say Amber fans, you know what I'm talking about because I like the Amber character too. You know what I'm talking about. There's a die-hearted sect of fans for Amber, right? A die-hearted. When I say die-hearted, it means she can do no wrong with those fans. Those are who I talk about. I'm not talking about the people who like the Amber character and them like some of the things that she was doing. I'm not talking about it because I'm one of those, right? Who like just I'm a fan of the entire show, but I like the Amber character for a little bit, and I like some of the things that she was doing. You know, I liked a lot of things about the Amber character, right? And I like where they were bringing the character for whatever it is. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Amber fans are delusional. They are MAGA, and I'm talking about MAGA-esque Amber fans, MAGA-esque Amber fans who not even she's never wrong. That's what I'm talking about. The fans them who for them she's never wrong. Kountry Wayne drag Amber for 2 years. Kountry Wayne make Amber lose by committing adultery. Expose Amber and Dave in less than 6 months. This is what they should have told Amber when Anthony was out with Shayla. It should have been told. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad she's been told. Yes, they needed to know. He needed to know. Now he will sign the paperwork and set her free and start a new life with Denisha or whoever he like and let Amber go down. What? Go on with her life? The only thing doing a love on is she's seeking 50% while doing this. Now, love on. Let us just say, put yourself in an Anthony shoes. You had a man and he slept with a woman before getting married to you. Because you have to read that, Lavan. You have to read that. Those things are going to affect your mind. Me know that. Because it would have affected my mind as well. Again, I'm not saying him and Sheila right. But him still a human. That's all. That's all I'm saying. All the cheating is wrong in Skitland shenanigans. Anthony is it's time to go to work. Know how to move, and Anthony you need to fight or argue. Just chill. It's funny how quick Ben wants to bust Amber, but hasn't told his wife the whole truth about still dealing with the business and giving his ex money. And that makes sense in a brown eyes. But let me ask you this though. Didn't Daniel reveal the secret about the hidden bank accounts? That's all I'm saying. She bust them secret. Ben, you couldn't wait for the party, my boy. I couldn't even wait. Couldn't wait. Not all team member fans, but you're right. I be arguing with them, then they condone this. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. There's certain people that is condoning the foolishness. They think it's cool, and I'm like, bro, I don't know what to say. I don't know, but maybe may have a different, maybe my moral compass kind of different. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe my moral compass is a little bit different. Maybe that's what it is.
Amber is. She's been dealing with someone. Yeah.
How do you notice?
It's Melissa's boss. She's been messing around with him. Danielle told me, and I just had to tell you, bro. I'm sorry.
A smack in the face. A smack in the face. Black girl said this didn't change anything because they are legally separated. People think that she's not going to get nothing. No, she's going to get something. So I want you to read this, right? This changes everything because now it will let Anthony investigate it. That's the thing. That's why this changes everything. Now Anthony's lawyer has a reason to work. Black Girl Magic, Anthony lawyer now has a reason to work. Because she's going to have to find out, did this relationship start before Amber File or after Amber File? And we don't know that. Like O'Neill said, and I've showed people the timeline, we don't know. They don't have any proof, but it's only accusation. Amber better hope there's no evidence. Evidence, i.e., text message, along with Melissa looking at both of them. Evidence. She's trying to get half of the money. He better not sign those papers. You Amber fans are crazy. That's what I'm saying. You look here. Your girl was not trying to slip out. I don't think Amber fans realize what I'm saying, you know. Amber is trying to walk off with 50% while having a man. Ladies, if I tried to walk off with 50% while having a woman, you would not let me. You just wouldn't. It's just something you wouldn't do. You would never do it. You just wouldn't. And that's what I keep trying to ask people. This will affect her case. It will. Because now it's going to allow his lawyer to check timelines. Melissa is all the evidence needed. Let's be real, friends. Melissa is evidence. She is basically whatever it is. Melissa got hidden cameras in Dave's house. Auntie Riri said that she may be right. And I'm telling y'all, you don't know what I'm going to put in there. Anthony had been set up his financial plan. Correct. Sign a prenup. True. That's a good state. O'Neill, the timeline we're seeing now, the timeline we're seeing may be critical if she gets pregnant to determine who is the father. Yes, that's also integral. I'm sure that Melissa will favor Anthony than Dave. We're not sure. Are you sure? Depending on what Dave says. Depending on how Dave treats her. What if Dave aggresses her? Then what? Meaning, what if he's aggressive in his demeanor to her? Then what? Ben and Daniel divorce is loading and Michelle will make sure of that. Exactly. There's a lot going on right here, so. A lot going on. Amber fans Amber was never going to get 50% of the premarital assets. Well, her lawyer was trying. She will get 50% because she didn't cheat in their marriage. She filed paperwork before she met Dave. Yes, but it depends upon, Jerry, it depends upon how they look at it. You don't know the timeline. But if you want to stand on that, hey, I'm going to let you stand on it. It's all good. It's all good. Like O'Neill showed the timeline muddy. But if y'all want to stand on it, stand on it. Ben has just caused Melissa to really attempt suicide because she really loves Dave. And he just sets a whole new ball chain reaction that's going to cost Melissa. And she's really going to crash out. And you know she's a crash out queen. If he even thought about signing, definitely not now. Anthony's ready for court now. Let's the legal battle begin. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Now his lawyer has an incentive to work. Amber just messed up and got caught. That's it, friends. And I think that's what I'm trying to get out to the thing. No, I don't know. Maybe they make her walk off in the sunset, which I've never gonna see that. But hey, maybe. If the affair come out at the party, would it cost Dave something? Well, maybe it would cost Dave, what you call it now? Credibility. You sleeping on another man's wife is tough. Sleeping with another man's wife is not a good thing for you to be doing as a businessman, because it makes you not look trustworthy. Because people not going to be able to lead you. People will not be able to leave you around their wives. They won't be able to trust you. Anthony and Amber is out for who is going to get more money. They need to sit down and talk about it and get the divorce already. Well, I think you have to remember what's going on at Jesse. Anthony does not want a divorce. Amber wants a divorce. I don't think people realize that. Like, you have to remember, Anthony doesn't want a divorce. Amber wants a divorce. So yeah, you have to remember that. Remember that, friends. Don't not get that. Only where are the tears? Where are the tears, O'Neill? I don't know where are the tears. He did say he would ball up like a baby and cry.
How's this been going on?
I don't really know. I just know that Melissa works for the guy, and I guess they did some work with the restaurant or something. I had no idea how the two connected, but for what it's worth, Danielle told me that it happened after she filed for divorce, but I don't know. I gotta be honest with you, it's hard for me to believe that.
Do you hear those lines? The people who are gloating over the timeline, do you hear those lines? Because I keep telling you, when you watch the skit, please pay attention to the timeline. Pay attention to the words and what the other actors are saying. The words that I'm saying important. There's a reason why they keep bringing up the timeline, because they realize that the timeline matters. The timeline is the conflict. Again, friends, could your girl win? She could win. I ain't gonna make it look like she couldn't win. She could win. She could win. And also she could lose what she's asking for. Amber is moving the same as Ernestine as she did with Shayla. Can Dave and Ernestine become a thing? I'm not sure. Question. Even with the divorce papers went out, what about the legal separation papers? There are no legal separation papers, friends. There are no legal separation papers. Georgia does not have legal separation. It has something called separate maintenance, which is a whole different status. What happens in Georgia? Georgia doesn't really recognize what you call it, legal separation. What Georgia recognizes when you file for divorce. When you file for divorce, you maintain a separate lifestyle. So there are no papers for legal separation in Georgia. You can look it up. Don't trust me, look it up. Georgia doesn't officially recognize that. So there are no legal separation paperwork. That's why they still see it as adultery even after whatever it is, because that's how Georgia looks at it. All right, Lorna, they don't see it as that. But I can show it to you. Going to be a power struggle between Anthony and Amber. I believe the crying statement is a metaphor for Anthony's hurt, anger, and disappointment. That makes sense, Margaret. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Lorna, I want to show you this because we on the channel, I believe in ensuring people understand what's going on. Just so you see it. Okay? Just so you see it. I try to do this every single time just to make sure people see it, and I'm not just giving people information out of nowhere, out of thin air. I'm not pulling it from out of the hiney. Georgia does not formally recognize legal separation. However, couples can achieve the same practical result using a process called separate maintenance. This court order allows you and your spouse to live apart, formally resolving issues like alimony, child support, and child custody. That's what it's called. Separate maintenance. So it not really work with whatever else it is. However, what happens is when you file for a divorce, when you file for a divorce, they recognize that period of time that you're separate. That's what you're talking about. So that's why the timeline is what's important right now. That's why the timeline thing is what's important. All right, let's see. Ben put the bug in his ear. He don't know the timeline. That's what you want to know. That's what you want to know. Those are the critical lines inside the story. Ben I tell us that him don't know the timeline. Ben I say him don't trust the timeline. There's a reason why they keep telling you, we don't trust the timeline. There's a reason why I'm telling you that. We don't trust the timeline. We don't trust the timeline. There's a reason why I'm saying those things. Anthony and Amber will bounce back regardless. Amber will surely survive Anthony. Amber will surely survive Anthony. Anthony doesn't want a divorce. Why is he sneaking money to Shayla plus the 20,000 is unheard of. Plus, Denisha is happy. He doesn't want a divorce. He never wanted a divorce. You have to remember that, Emma. He didn't. He never wanted a divorce. He never asked her for a divorce. Why not do this? Okay, you see, here's the deal. There's things you can imply and there's things you can see. Let me ask you a question. Does Anthony want a divorce? You have to take it for what it is, dearest. Anthony never wanted a divorce. If he want one, he would have filed for one. That's what I'm saying. Remember, Anthony filed for a divorce before, so he knows how to file for a divorce. Trust me. He didn't. He did not. I'm just trying to say that. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Even when you file for a divorce, it's still adultery until the divorce is finalized. My lawyer told me that when I got divorced. Yes, that's what it is. That's what I try telling him. He never wanted a divorce, friends. He never wanted a divorce, so don't make it seem like he wanted one. No. Why would he, O'Neill? But I'm saying he never wanted one. The person who I say he never wanted a divorce, but he might do this and that, but he wants a divorce, and I'm saying he doesn't want one. He doesn't. I know me I say that, friends. I with the story I say. I know, and it's not us saying that. The story them giving that. She will not walk off into the sunset with her sleeping with her man. That is the point. And that's why I keep bringing up Dave. People say, well, why are you bringing up Dave? That's why we're bringing up Dave, because the woman is trying to walk off in this. The conflict is this. This is the conflict. This is the only issue in the entire scheme of things. Amber is trying to walk off in the sunset with 50% while sleeping with another man. That's it. And the question is, would you allow a man to walk off in the sunset with 50% of your money while sleeping with another woman? And if your answer is no, then you get it. That's a point. If your answer is yes, then you're strong. Maybe you have a different take, you're built different than the other human beings, perfectly fine. You see this circumstance, you can judge it for yourself. That's what the conflict is in the story. Anthony asked for a divorce when he was Rolanda, correct. So that's why I'm telling them that yes, if he wanted a divorce, he would have filed for one. That's what I say. If he didn't want one, he would have filed for one. He doesn't want one. Contrary to popular belief, he don't want one. If he did, he would have filed for a divorce. He knows how to file for divorces. He ain't missing no sleep. Anyways, let's run the take. Let me see what y'all say. Only their fans are trying to push Denisha in the mix, but she's not the factor now. No, she's not a factor. He may not even want a divorce, but he is now doing things to make Amber miserable to walk away. See what I'm talking about? Okay, so even let's say him doing things to making her miserable. That still don't mean that she must run with Dave. How about Elizabeth? How about you? How about to understand that she need to heal first before she go seek her next man? I just don't know if I can't. That's how people trying to get to accept. How about you go heal first before you start go try to go get in the bed with the next man? That mean you couldn't wait. That's what it mean. Just like you couldn't wait going into the marriage, you couldn't wait coming out. That's all people are saying. I don't think y'all grasp what people are saying. Uno believe that we have this thing for Anthony. I said no. We just want a woman to wait. No, he didn't, because he knows what he did with Shayla. And he wants Amber to save him and his baby. And he still loves Shayla. Well, Shayla is a thing. O'Neal, stop. Anthony don't want a divorce because he don't want to depart from his money. Question for you. Do Anthony love his wife? Is a real question. Well, we're about to find out. It's a good question, Paula. But we're about to find that out. Who cares about the sunset? Amber is playing a character role, just like Shayla and Anthony. Then you haven't gotten it, Emma. Then you've shown me exactly that you are a die-hearted Amber fan, because it's how they argue. They argue out of context, and they argue very, very, what you call it now, one-track minded. Their arguments are very, very defined. It's very stationed right here. Nothing people say to you means anything. When Anthony was doing all of the garbage, the other side of the audience chastised him for the garbage. That's the point. So that's what I'm just showing you that this is what we're talking about. This is what we're saying. That's what we mean when we say like y'all don't. Is the morality just shifts up? When the morality is just selective. That's exactly what we're saying. That's exactly what people are saying. Anywho.
All right. I appreciate you telling me, man. Yeah, come on. You good? Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, Danielle's gonna kill me for telling you, dude. But yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Let's look at his face. It's terrible. Amber is going to be self-preservation. She's going to do what is in her best interest, and she should, because that's what happens. I'm a die-hearted Amber fan, but you are a die-hearted man fan. No, I'm not. Because I did say last year, Yolanda, if you were here, that Anthony should have lost his money because he was playing around in the Sheila pen. So if I was a die-hearted Man fan, I would not have said that. Or when Sonny left Mike the other day and I was celebrating and I was cheering on the channel, I would not have done that either. Or when Rafi moved like a clown and Mr. Rafi moving like a clown. So that's also wrong. No, O'Neal is trying to see if exactly him there on the side are right. Doing things the right way. When I look at the stories, I ask myself the question, how could I basically do better in this situation? This could have ended up being a hot mess for all. Ben and Daniel can put in at this divorce mess if the info continues out of the hidden assets, and that's correct, Errol. It now has become a debacle where Ben and Daniel could be involved inside of it. That's why I'm going to say to you that whose interest is Melissa going to be with? Because her family may come into play. Anthony is super angry. Anthony is still doing his dirt. O'Neal, you make me crying, my heart broken. Heartbroken. Don't get too heartbroken. If you listen to the words that Amber used in several skits, she's trying to get his attention. She's wrong for starting a relationship, and he's wrong for what he did. I believe they're both playing games. Yes, Louisiana. I like comments like that because it's balanced. I love a comment like this because I can talk to. It balanced. It balanced. I still say that Amber should have kept Brittany for her attorney. Brittany was more firm, honest, and straightforward. Yes, with Amber, which is what Amber needs. Melissa will tell, and which will give the timeline. Then we'll know the timeline. We don't know it right now. Amber is a sex freak. How can she have sex every day? What happens if she gets pregnant by Dave when it comes to Anthony? Next person says Amber cannot play chess. She's she's laying duck goose. She's playing duck goose. I agree with you. But the woman have been battered and bruised. How is she battered and bruised? When I say she battered and bruised, what do I mean? Because you can't do this, you know. Be very, very careful when you use the word battered and bruised. A battered woman is a woman that's been beaten. Amber is not being beaten. I don't know how a man could withstand what she's got. Be very careful. That's what I'm saying. The narratives them sound too far. Is Amber a battered woman? Because I don't know about that. This is me I talk about. I do not know about that. She's not battered, friends. Don't do that. don't do that. If you want to say the man has been manipulative, you can say that. But battered is a stretch. Battered is a stretch, friends. When I say battered and bruised, what do I mean? Give me some context. More, make sure I'm responding in the context. A die-hearted fan can't call anyone a die-hearted man in a bad way. There you go, Miss T. Thank you for clearing that up. No, she's not. Y'all need to stop statements like that's what we're talking about. It's making it look as though Amber not do nothing in the entire situation. It's as if you not remember so she had a friend that she brought into her old marriage. That's what I mean when I said that. It's almost like going to absolve her of everything. It's like going to absolve the woman of everything. She gets absolved. In other words, so it's not fair fault when she have Sheila running around the place and Mama Brenda talking to her, when Coco talking to her, when other people talking to her, she hasn't listened. None of this is her fault though. Nothing that has occurred with Sheila and Anthony is her fault. Y'all need to. All I'm saying is be balanced with the argument. We know when look, just be balanced. And you got O'Neal. Just be balanced. Me get it. Just be balanced. There's verbal and then there's mental abuse. And so let me ask this. Battered is in different kind of ways. So let me ask you this. Is Anthony battered? Let me ask you that then. Is Anthony battered? Because based on the definition, Anthony not be battered too. Women get to emasculate him, them get to talk all sorts of things about him. So that means him battered too. This is why the definition now gets issues. This is why the definition now fall apart. So that means Anthony battered then. Based on y'all's definition, Anthony has been battered. Look here, man. The thing is this, okay? The man is a man will step out of line and him continue a relationship that he should not have continued. And him go get a baby that he should not have done. You see me calling that out right down the center? So, she filed for divorce right after she went with Dave. I remember when she and Dave started to talk, she told him she's getting a divorce and he said, sorry to hear that. So she wasn't with Dave. So here's the deal with this. Shayla Carter, here's the deal with this. There is a timeline, which I've kind of shown you, okay? There's a timeline, which I've shown you. Between March 15, when Amber sit down with her attorney, and March 31st, when Anthony gets served. And I'm telling you, you don't know the timeline. Here's why you don't know the timeline. Because the writers have left the timeline so far apart, interjected Dave in there, that you don't know how the court may look at it. Because how the courts them is saying them look at these things is this. Is Dave the cause for the breakdown of your marriage? And if your lawyer can prove and she have enough evidence, if she or him has enough evidence to prove that you're in deep doo-doo. They don't need to see you having sex. They just need to see closeness between the two of y'all. That's what eyewitnessing look like. That's what they call basically cheating. That's all them need to see. So to again, this is what I talk about. It's almost like on basically right off of the cuff. I think Amber just win. And I'm saying be very cautious because they're telling you, they're telling you the timeline thing for a reason. That's all I'm saying. Huge argument is on the horizon for the Daltons. It's happening while still married. Yes, Dave is a reason. Anthony experienced emotional and mental abuse as well. Exactly. That's why I'm saying be very careful with that. You see, that's why I'm running problems when they start trying to reach. If you want to say the man go have a baby, yes he did. If you want to say him cheat with Shayla, yes he did. If you want to say both of those two things wrong, yes they are. You have won the argument there. But don't start stretching it to make it look like say Anthony was inside this marriage and he was this savage and Amber did nothing at all. She was this nice, sweet, calm, lovely woman that did every solitary thing. Don't forget Shayla met the man. You know what? Never mind, honey. Never mind. Anthony's an abuser in every way except physically. All right, I'm gonna read your comments. Why would a man wife up a woman that's cheating on her husband with you? Just saying, man. Come on, friends. Just be honest. Next thing, Charmaine, right? And Dave, the glasses can. Next thing, Charmaine, right? And Dave Glasses got cameras. I will cry for Amber and her fans. God, it is what it is. If no wedding based on it, if no wedding based on lies, none of this would have ever happened. Anthony would have been hurt, but he would have not married her. Try and remember that. Remember, said the woman he was sleeping with another man up to the day of her wedding. Stop making the woman look like she's this huge saint. She never go in there free and clear. These are also things, and that's why I'm saying be very mindful of how to talk about it. But you know what? Never mind. Y'all got your opinions. Go ahead and read your opinions out there. I can't get to whatever it is. It's what you have to do now, Emma. Verbal abuse is worse than physical abuse. Well, weren't they both being verbal abusive? it's victim playing, man. Y'all play victim. Remember, Amber's dad talked with her about her messing with another man while being married, and Amber said she wasn't and turned on her dad. Remember these things. Dr. Isaac Reese, thank you very much. Remember these things. Remember that she did these things. Remember that she did these things. Who is willing to stay in a marriage after being cheated on and betrayed by a husband and best friend? Being arrested and thrown in jail and the husband moving out. And that's also great. So, see, Miss T, me on your side, you know. The thing what I'm saying with Amber fans is just acknowledge, friends, that the woman could have did wait with the Dave thing. That's all only saying. The argument is about Dave. And the question is, should Amber have waited? And the answer is yes, she should wait. Wait, man. Yeah, behave like the pum-pum upon ice. That's the point. There you go, Lana. They should have never gotten married because neither one of them was ready. Them, they are fear lines. Those are fear comments. Not one-sided arguments that some people make. No, if Anthony snapped, this is how crime of passion happened. Even though they both did the dirt, correct? O'Neill, she cheated before they got married, and now she's doing them, and now doing during the marriage. Amber is wrong. Period. That's it. That's it. Look here. We wanted the woman to get 50%. We were campaigning for 50% last year. Look, I cannot forget. Both Amber and Anthony have verbally abused each other. Thank you very much, Charmian. Because I think people just, me don't know where to come from with these viewpoints. Want to make it look like, say, Anthony was in there as this demon and Amber did nothing. All right. Let's stop this right here, so. All right, let me see what y'all are saying now. What kind of Anthony are we about to get? That's what I want to answer now. Let me answer this question. Put your comments inside now. What kind of Anthony are we about to get? What kind of Anthony are we about to get? I want to hear from you now, the audience. What type of Anthony are we about to get? Only answer enough. Let me see what I want to say. Let me see what I want to say. I can't wait until Wayne meets Dave and seeing him right through him. Wayne is a joke. They're both guilty, correct? Amber should have waited. She just created a bigger monster now. That's all we were saying, friends. We weren't saying she shouldn't go get a divorce. In case you don't know what position. She should go get a divorce. We just said she should have wait. That's all we are saying. Look at the face of revenge. New skit. Anthony's headed to Shayla's house. He's broken. I'm about to play the new skit. Give me a moment. Come on and tell me, what kind of face is this? What kind of face Anthony have, friends? Give me some inkling to the face, Miss T. Auntie Riri, I agree. My point exactly. Give me one moment. Let me see if there are more. There are no more new skits yet. There's no new skit yet. Unless I have not seen it. Give me one moment, friends. I'm making sure there's not a new skit. Okay. My point exactly. They keep forgetting that she could have left anytime. That's also correct. Stop making it look like the woman couldn't leave, friends. When you say a woman battered and bruised and everything, that you're forming opinion. It's almost like you're peeing on women who actually go through actual stuff. When you say Amber is battered and bruised, let me tell you what you do to the women. You insult the other women who really have been battered and abused. This is a wealthy woman. This is a woman who is wealthy, who could have left this man at any given time, and she chose to stay. Now, I commend her for staying, but I'm just saying, she not battered. Don't do that. He's broken. Both did wrong, Shayla and Wayne, but when they renewed their vows, he never changed, and she did. Anthony, how does it feel to have your wife cheat on you with the way her husband cheated on her and had a baby? Well, think about it though. Don't do me. Think about it though. Him already know how this feel, because trust me, think about it. She cheated with Wayne before going into the marriage. Him already feel it. Him already know what it feel like when Amber cheat on him. Terrible. I can hear heartbreak. Savage. He's not going to do anything because he knows that he helped her out to cheat when she asked him to support her. Makes sense. Laverne is a very good point. So it is what it is. Let's just be fair. A savage beast is activated. Anthony just think. O'Neill. Keep O'Neill Anthony smiling, checking that he's free to be with Denisha. I'm wondering, that's the thing though, Eklund. I'm wondering. They both are bad. Stop trying to make Amber look bad. They both are bad. Stop trying to make Amber look bad. Anthony had a whole baby. That's what we're saying. We're saying both of them are bad, Valerie. We're with you. The point is that people are trying to make it look like Amber is basically scotch free. That is the point. That's the argument. The argument is not that Anthony hasn't done bad things and has not had his hand dirty. The argument is that Amber is the saint and is right for going out of her way to go sleep with another man while going through a divorce. That's the argument. That is the argument. The argument is that this woman has been battered and she's been bruised, and that's the argument. And we're saying no, it's not. We're arguing that. That's the argument. We're not. If you think we're trying to argue that Anthony, whatever it is, that's not what we're arguing. That's not what we're arguing. So come again with the arguments, friends. Come again with the argument. Make sure you know where I argue. They both have been doing that during their marriage, had a whole baby with their best friend, still paying her money and asked Shayla to marry him. Why hasn't he married her? Let me also ask you this, Valerie. You also have to put in that the same wife that he cheated on created these things too. So put that in there. Amber told Dave that she doesn't care if Amber Anthony knows about them getting. She's getting her chance to stand on it when Anthony asked her. I saw, right? Amber fans? To be honest, right? Amber fans? Thank you for that. I remember when Arby told Amber and Amber that Shayla, just like her. Pull it up and remember, Amber don't like Arby at all at first. She used to tell Shayla that she needs a man with money like and Arby's broke. Yes, she used to do these things. Anthony, that's the look that Amber had when she found out about you and Shayla, and the same look when she got caught with Shayla in the bed. O'Neill, the pum pum is battered. I must the pum pum battered. You know what? Mosa, you have figured it out. You're correct. Amber is battered. Amber's pum pum is battered. That is correct. That is correct. Amber's pum pum has been battered. That is correct. That's our battered. You know what? There you go. Someone found the right thing for me. You are an awesome. You're awesome. Give me a moment, because that is what has been battered. Dave has been batter bruising it. That is what. If you want to talk about battering, there you go. The rest of the crew were like the battering, there you go. That's what's battered. Amber's pum pum. Why is Anthony the villain when he got Amber pregnant and she miscarried? Would it be the same if she had the baby? Makes sense. Good question. Anthony doesn't have a name, so he doesn't know Dave. He just knows it's Melissa's boss, and he's helping her with the restaurant. Yeah, but even if he doesn't have a name, him can go to Shauna, and Shauna can tell him that Dave has come into the restaurant because Shauna has seen Dave. Shauna has been there while the other little things are happening. In order for Amber to have taken Anthony back, some healing happened. The problem was there was no change in him through all of this. All right. How can she get nothing when she spent all the money on Shayla and Kai? Those are marital assets. Because it depends if she's cheating before the marriage. Meaning, if the lawyers can make a case that Dave is the reason why their marriage has broken down, then yes, in those instances, she can get nothing. And Angie, there's something called condemnation defense. They could try to defend the argument about that. So again, it can go both ways, by the way. Don't feel like it's like Anthony must win or Amber must win. What I say is just curb your expectations to know they can play the story anyway. That's all only say. Nobody's a saint. Amber is taken over taken over Dave's house, and Amber is extremely malevolent as of late. Very much. Why Anthony always going to his baby mama? I don't know. Angelina is going to get involved. Possibly. It's game time. That look says it all. Get to the end of the game. The kitty cat and stick will get you in trouble. That's true. That's true. People need to mind their own business. True. Savage. I just hope he plays it cool. He shouldn't go telling no one but his lawyer. He's about to hit Shayla's pum pum. I don't even think him now can hit it. Shayla don't want it. Shayla doesn't want him. This is not exciting. They should have saved drama for the party or face to face drama with Anthony and Dave, not fireworks here. No fireworks here. I think there is. This confirmed what he already knew. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. Anthony was always a dog and mean to Amber. Didn't love Amber and he's getting what he deserves. That's the face I got. That's that face I got. I shouldn't have made love with Shayla. All right. A storm is brewing. Charmaine, divorce filing for Daniel and Ben. Unpopular opinion here. Sometimes you have to be willing to leave everything behind without trying to fight for financials when you're miserable. You know what? Thank you very much for this, because I think that when I just started out, I said if Amber really wanted to leave, she would have left without me. I love this. I love this. And underscore G, I love this. She should have left without nothing. Or she should have just waited, negotiate with Anthony's lawyer, and do her thing. But she wants the 50%. Somebody's saying it's just a negotiating point. No. She wants the money. She wants the money. Remember what her lawyer told her. If it is that you want a big share of things and to speed it up, then you're going to get less. She said no. So it is about the money, friends. This divorce, right now, the divorce right now for Amber is about the money. For her, it's a bag. And I feel like people are missing that. Is the divorce about the money right now for Amber? She said this. I don't mean said this, friends. She said this, friends. Look here. You want the receipt? It look like you don't want the receipt. Anthony should wait and don't say nothing to Amber. Wait on what? What he must wait on? Emma, what he must wait on? I'm Team Amber, but she's doing too much. Wrong is wrong. That's all I say. I'm waiting for the party. That's all I say. Only like I do agree that she should have waited, should have left without anything. I preach that on the time when I just, park up and go enjoy her happiness. That's what it is. Just park up and go enjoy her happiness. Look here. She also could have done that. She could have said, you know what, just give me 10% and I want to go about my business. She wants the 50%. It is about the money, friends. It is. People keep saying, and people are saying, it's not about the money. It is about the money. She wants the money. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. If the divorce is not about the money, Amber would have already left. Amber would have already left, friends. What are we talking about? What are we talking about here? Yes, it's about the money. I'm focused on Anthony hiding his assets. How will that play out into the court? Because they're going to find out. They've got Amber, and it doesn't matter if they got married or if they get. They've got Amber. It doesn't matter. They've got Amber. We don't know that, Annie. But if you want to think that, fine. You're standing on a very high cliff. All right, he got Amber. Oh, that should have to depend on Dave. Think about it, Annie. You leave your husband and you go to another man and you think he's just got you just like that, just so. You have not been listening to Dave's lines long enough. I told y'all, watch the Dave character. Watch the Dave character. In the end, there will be no 50% because there will be no divorce. No storyline without these two. True. She should have taken $250,000 offer that Anthony had offered her and left him. That was also a plausible thing. It's about the money for Anthony also. Yes, it is. Correct, Marianne? He doesn't want to lose his money. You're right. Amber wants Anthony's money. And she just lost her badge because she can't keep her legs and mouth closed. She should have left the house and take half of everything. Anthony needs to go talk to his lawyer now. That's the next step. That, you know what? I love that you bring this up, Goddess, because I feel like that's the next question. What is the next step for Anthony? What's the next step for Anthony, friends? What is the next step for Anthony? If you're in Anthony's shoes, what's the next step? What's the next step? And I'm getting some things here, so. There you go. There you go. For everyone that said that Ben shouldn't have told Anthony, you are not real friends, Ben should have. He has to. You have to. Like, you have to. What's the next step? Ben just got served with divorce papers because Daniel is going to leave him. Because he told him that, because she told him that he was married to her and that the covenant is with her and not with Anthony. Let's see. Looking like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Exactly, Miss T. Anybody who fight to keep their hard, exactly. Anybody would fight to keep their money. Like, people, just be honest, people. If Amber wants the one with the money, if Amber was the one with the money, she would not be giving up 50%. Thank you. Stop it, friends. Stop it. Don't make it look like y'all would just give up 50% of your money to a man. Don't make it look like that, friends. Especially if you think you earned it. Don't make it look like that. Neither of the Daltons are going into the court with hands clean. The person who said, what about assets hidden? Amber is also hiding assets. She is. I've already proven it to you on the channel. Go watch some of the videos that I have on the channel. Amber is also hiding assets. So that's going to be a war of hiding of assets. So those two things can offset each other. He told Amber when he found out about Wayne, he told Amber she better be glad he's not like Atlanta boys, because the Atlanta boys are coming out in him now. The Atlanta boys are coming out in him. So, exactly. In the end, Dave will leave Amber, especially if he gets caught up in their drama. Correct. I cannot believe y'all are sitting down and y'all are banking on Dave, a man who is meeting with a married woman. I can't believe you're banking with this. No. Ladies, if I can give you anything at all, and this is coming from a man, if you are in a situation with Amber, you secure your thing first. Because you are, this is the truth, and may I give you the truth, because you're in a bad negotiating position. If you lose all of your money and you have to depend on Dave, you're back into the same situation that you're coming from. So stop it. Stop that, friends. Stop that. Really, actually stop that. Amber has been about the money all from the beginning. You can't say she lost her basket. Wait and see. Exactly. That's why we say we don't know it. It still is a case. It's not an open. That's what I keep saying, Marian. It's not an open and shut case. I agree with you on that. Nothing is open and shut. We don't know it. We're saying they both now have points. Throwing Amber out of the house. O'Neill Anthony lied to Rolanda and told her he loves her. Stood up and messed up her wedding just to secure her helping him with a foreclosure on his house. Anthony should go to his lawyer with this information. See the lawyer. Anybody would want to give up, nobody want to give up half of their assets easily. We need to stop being biased and unrealistic. Thank you. That's all we are saying to y'all, friends. Stop being unrealistic here, friends. Uno wouldn't give up 50% just so either. You would fight for it. And I would tell you, as a woman, if I was married to you and I wanted 50%, you need to fight. Make me fight for it. Don't just give it to me. Does that sound pro-man to you? That's what I'm trying to show y'all. O'Neill is on the path of what would you do right. We're trying to see if we can use we're trying to use all of our minds together to find what is the right balance that we can agree on. Agreement. Lawyer upon speed dial. Don't let Amber know he knows and get him lawyer now. It's Anthony's money. He earned it. People are talking about this as though, they would not have done the same thing. Thank you very much. He should have. Amber, talk to me, Elizabeth. Amber wants Anthony's money because she knows and told him that's the only thing that he loves. Truth. Regardless, I'm just saying him don't want to lose it. I think Amber will have to choose between Dave and Amber. Remember her friend before the NC trip. Okay, remember his friend before. Oh, okay, interesting. Ben did exactly what men do in these situations. You tell the woman. Anthony can go to his lawyer and have her evicted from the home once he finds out. No, I don't think where she's been living at. The only reason why I'd say no, Tammy, is because why I'd say no, you can't evict her is because she has not left the house. Her things are still there. She still gets mail there. So that would make it be that she lives there. So I don't think that that's correct. I still can't evict her at all. It's more evidence and it's hurtful, but you can't really evict them at all. I don't think that's how it works. Anthony shouldn't a word. Revenge should be served cold and in secret. Anthony shouldn't fight to keep Amber. If a woman or a man don't want you, you can't make them have you. He shouldn't, but he probably will. Who knows? Maybe. Again, me don't know. Was Anthony it's just a game. To Anthony, just a game. He's not going to allow Dave to take Amber away from him. It's too much pride. He always talks about business because he looks at his marriage as a business. And so does Dave. Dave look at it like a business too. Dave has already said the same thing. Anthony's a businessman. He should know. Dave said that. So for the ladies and we jump up on a gallivant and Dave, just remember that Dave is a businessman. Dave and Anthony are the same bracket. Dave and Anthony are the same type of men. Ben was a real one. Exactly. Being real honest. It may cost him his marriage, but as a friend, you have to give Ben credit. Anthony and Dave are the same type of businessmen. That's what I now get. Anthony and Dave are the same type of businessmen. And Dave has already told him he's in business like. He's about the business. Don't get it twisted. Because I know y'all get it twisted sometimes. Don't get it twisted. Dave is about the business. I'm telling you that right now. Don't get it twisted. You will see a different side of Dave when the money's on the line. The ladies and we are gallivant and I celebrate. Oh, yes, Dave has got her. All right. I want to see how long. Anyways, I'm reserving my opinion until I see what he does for a week because they've been dumbing him down. He'll likely just go right to Amber asking his name and telling her that he heard it from Ben. Possibly. That's also possible too. I believe he's a better businessman, but similar financial bracket. What I'm saying is, when I say that they're the same type of businessmen, someone says that Anthony treated in marriage like a business, and I'm saying Dave treats things like a business as well. He said it. He'll put his business before Amber. That's what I'm saying. They're businessmen. That's what I mean. Ben's loyalty is twisted. He broke his promise to his wife. I mean, come on. It's still his friend. I mean, am I gonna just tell him friend? It's tough. But you know what? You know what though? Let me question you though on this though. Let me question it on this. If Danielle is right to tell about the assets, then Ben is too. True or false? There you go. I'm gonna catch you up here, Sir Eklund. Give me one moment, cause you know O'Neill always come with certain things. Let's talk about it. Since people is now trying to say Ben is this snake and Ben is whatever it is, let me ask you a question. Ben is right if Danielle was right about the assets, about telling Amber about the assets. Good Lord. There you go. There you go. O'Neill, how come when Michelle told Amber about Anthony and Sheila, everyone said Michelle was wrong? No, everyone is saying Ben is right. Okay, so Michelle thing is weird. Michelle was basically an employee. Okay, let's work out Michelle's thing is that Michelle is an employee. This is why this gets tricky, Stephanie. This gets tricky because Ben and Daniel are in the same position. Ben was hiding some assets. And Ben basically tell his wife that Anthony is hiding some assets. The women on here were celebrating. They cheered and them applause. Them applause. Everything, Steph. Now the roles have been reversed. And now Ben realized that Amber is cheating. So him do the same thing. 1 for 1. Danielle should have never said anything. If she truly wanted Amber to win, Danielle knew exactly what would happen. She wanted Amber to get caught up. Interesting. Legal Anthony doesn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. What do you mean by that, Miss Grant? True. I hope Anthony helps him when Daniel divorces him and leaves him broke and homeless. Eklund, you will be surprised that Daniel won't go anywhere. But I'm going to reserve that one. That's all I can tell you. You'll be surprised. Daniel is a hypocrite. She's asking Ben to be honest, yet she is asking Ben to be dishonest. Yet she's asking Ben to be honest to her only. That's a contradiction, and that's what people are saying. Let's call it out. Money is not worth your peace of mind. That's true. And now that, do you see this right now, Ann Jones? That's what we can agree on. Money not worth your happiness. If you want to keep a secret, then you keep your mouth closed to everyone in your circle. But Amber likes to brag. He couldn't throw her out, even if they are not married. Exactly, you can't just throw her out like that. Daniel did not agree with that, with what Amber was doing, plus how she spoke to her. Eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. They are both wrong. They need to stay out of Amber and Anthony's marriage. You know what, the kinder, and I agree with you with that. Again, I cannot disagree. I cannot disagree because there are many ways to look at it. We can't forget that Daniel broke her promise to Melissa, so I don't blame Ben for telling Anthony. If Dave's reputation is compromised for sleeping with Amber, he will drop her like a bag of a bad habit. Thank you very much. Y'all keep saying that she's legally separated when the state of Georgia does not recognize filing for a divorce as a separation. Correct. When you file for a divorce, you're going to a status called separation. And what you're trying to do is just not to, but it's not you can't say you're legally basically separated. You don't have that. You have something called separate maintenance. Go for the last friends. O'Neill, would you put your friend over your wife after making a promise? Even shaking hands. Daniel did not promise Ben not to tell Amber anything. I'm going to be very honest with you, Charmaine. I'm going to be very, very honest with you. I'm going to be very honest with you. If I had a friend and his wife a cheat on him, I'm sorry to tell you, I'm going to let him know. Don't tell me them information. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell. Listen to me. Look here. You know what? Let me ask people. If you were in Ben's shoes, Would you tell your friend? It really is a tough one, especially if it's a very close friend. It's tough. It really is a tough one. Me not lie, Shamin, you really put me on the spot with that one. But you know what? Me have to call a spade a spade. I gotta call a spade a spade. There you go. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough one. But I've got to take the heat for it, Shamin. I ain't gonna lie with you. I would have to take the heat for it. I'm gonna have to take the heat for this one. I'm gonna have to take the heat for this one. It's okay. Go ahead, friends, and come at me. I have to take the heat. I gotta take the heat, ladies. I gotta take the heat. It is what it is. I gotta take it. I would tell my friend, then go shout on the mountain, then go to shout on the mountain top. O'Neal, that look on Anthony's face says he's about to get even. He's not going to let Amber know about no, and show up in court with evidence. That's what I believe in a green Walmart. If he does this, him get it. O'Neal, funny how Amber said she does not want anyone in her business, but she can tell Ernestine the chat out. Exactly. Would you tell a friend? You heard that your friend is being cheated on. Would you tell them? That's the question. Exactly. No way you're telling your best friend their spouse is moving foul. What they do with that info is their business. It just is no way you're not going to tell this information. Come on now. You can't know your friend wife out there sleeping out for whatever it is and don't act like you know. I don't know. It's a tough one. I ain't gonna lie. It's a tough one. It's a really really tough one. Cardi B and Offset are still married, even though Offset had a history of cheating. Cardi B's having a baby during the marriage helped Offset with money being owed to him. Correct? That's correct. We are about to get a stupid Anthony because all he's going to do is to run and tell Amber, which is stupid. He should just get an investigator and prove that she's cheating. That's what should happen. But let's see. No, it's left. It's left. On a cliffhanger. Ant just did Ben a huge favor by getting Wayne to agree to come to the event. Ben was going to tell. Mona Lisa, thank you for this. Interesting. Mona Lisa, I didn't even see this. Yesterday, Ben was in a whole corner. By the way, Ben did what Wayne should have done before marriage. Interesting. Interesting. True or false? True or false? Did Ben do what Wayne should have done? Give me y'all's take on this one, friends. I'm not sure with this one. This one is kind of crazy, but give me y'all's take. Is this what Wayne should have done? Is this what Wayne should Wayne have said? You know what, Anthony? Honestly, bro, look here, bro. That girl don't want you, bro. That girl wants me. I'd suggest that you keep your ring right now. I know it's tough, but I'd suggest you keep that little ring that you have. Is this what should have happened? Can't wait to see the party, correct? If my best friend knew my husband was cheating on me and kept that info to herself, I would be mad and our friendship would be over. Thank you. Because her loyalty is to me. That's why I said that it's tough. It was tough. Ben was always in a tough spot. Ben was always between a rock and a hard place. It was a tough one. Dave is going to join the Kountry Wayne's money team with Anthony. Yes, Amber is going to be picking up her face off the floor. Agreed. True. Yes. Talk to me, your friends. Do you think that that's what Wayne should have done? Wayne has no morals for our integrity, and that's the problem with Wayne thing. This is a problem I have with Wayne. More Wayne and our morals. Not integrity. Good point. Ben wasn't having an affair. You can't compare the two. I'm asking you though. In other words, Eklund, should Wayne have stopped the marriage? Wayne is going to be mad that he got tricked by Ben, even though it might be okay to attend the party Ben wants to use. True. Nice point, Edna. To be honest, he should have. Let's really talk about it, friends. Even though Ben told Anthony it's hearsay until Anthony gets evidence, Dave already knows the full effect of Amber and Anthony's situation. Correct. It's still hearsay. Thank you very much for this, Angela. It is hearsay. But he has a clue for Anthony's lawyer to go for. That's what he now has. That's what it does. So him not really, it's not free yet. Anthony hasn't won anything yet either, friends. Some of the people who think we're saying Anthony win, he hasn't won anything. That's what we're saying. Nope. As someone we know that was up, Wayne should have said something. You said no, Misty. Talk to Misty. Why? That would suggest that Wayne's skit character isn't an absolute snake. And he's a snake. Dave is not going to lose his business over a woman, period. He is more like Wayne than Anthony, correct. Watch how Dave move, ladies. Y'all were talking about how, yeah, Dave got her. For how long? So, listen to me. Some of those kitchen conversations that Anthony had were real conversations. Some of those kitchen conversations that Anthony had are real conversations. It's different. Meeting a man at the top is different from meeting a man here and going to the top with him. There's a difference. Just remember that. No, Wayne is friends with both of them. He makes money with Anthony and he loves Amber, but she's a gold digger. Ben wasn't in a tough spot at all. He just told like his wife told. You know what, Misty? You're right. I like that. It's all right, Misty. That's what you're saying. O'Neill, Dave is doing what Amber wants. Dave knows Amber is a gold digger and is enjoying the moment. Correct. Dave is smoother than Wayne. Correct. Didn't Wayne attempt to stop the marriage and Mike stopped him? Yeah, but not enough. He tried, but it wasn't enough. What we're saying, Tina, it wasn't enough. When Anthony found out about Wayne, he should have divorced her. That's also true. I'll always take that point. Makes sense. Then we have kept all of his money. But him ego get in the way, so that's also true. He has not promised her anything. Like Wayne does not want promise. He leads the woman on, banks on their fantasy of being with him. If Amber plays smart, she can get out of it. Correct. That's why I'm going to say it's not all over. Melissa is the key. If the key, Melissa, it's the side. Which side does Melissa go to? That's why Melissa is crashing out so much, because Melissa, it could play both ways. Right now, she's in Amber's favor because for her, there is no incentive for her to go into Anthony's favor. But I presume in the coming days that is going to change. But right now, Melissa is in Amber's favor because there's no reason to go to Anthony's favor. And ladies, you know this. Women have a code. You have women code. Girl code or sister code, whatever y'all call it, come first. Until, this is what I'm learning from you ladies. Sister code works until it stops benefiting you. Then it becomes every man for himself. That's what I'm learning. Wayne was dealing with Amber way before Anthony came back into the skits. Yeah, but also she had stopped dealing with him. Wayne is not our business partner. He talked to Amber about them getting back together. If I was Anthony, I wouldn't say anything. Okay, so I saw that before. Sister code is to enable terrible choices. Sometime, man. Hey, sister code is a thing. Her mother will change that. That's what I'm wondering, Big Mama, if her mama will change that. Amber's pum pum got Anthony to marry him. There you go. It did. O'Neill, Anthony is going to connect the trench coat, the sleeping together, and the smelling of the cologne together, and believe what Ben says. Ben used Anthony to get Wayne to come to the party and told him about Amber. Exactly. Exactly. So see, Stephanie, if your best friend will do anything for you, even when you're in a jam. So you know what Miss T, because you know what, Stephanie, you support Miss T's point, and this was the point Miss T was making. Miss T said the decision was not hard. Miss T, on the right. You and Stephanie is absolutely correct, because think about it. Ben needed Anthony like wow yesterday. Melissa does not like Ben. She wants a divorce between Ben and Daniel, so she'll never. We don't know. Here's why we don't know this, Charmin. Why we don't know this is this. This is why we don't know this. If fraud comes up for Ben, then Melissa's position will change. That's my point, Charmin. If fraud comes up, then Melissa's position has to change. Because the one thing they're not going to allow to happen, they are not going to allow Amber, because Amber want 0.5% for them to lose their assets or their funds. That's what I try to explain to you. You don't understand how dire now it has gotten. That's why I said Michelle now becomes important, because Michelle know whatever it is. Michelle has no incentive. Michelle has no incentive to assist Anthony or Ben or any of them. But Melissa has an incentive to make sure that she assists, because that's a family business. At the end of the day, it's family. That's what I'm trying to tell you. What we know is that Melissa is going to have to choose. That's correct. And the choice not that easy yet. If fraud comes into play, if the assets come into play and the fraud comes into play, everything changes. Everything is going to change if fraud come up in the case. Melissa wanted that to come out because she knew Daniel was going to run and to tell Amber. O'Neill, make her sell her house or condo or business so she's right to hack the 50% break, or I never wanted to help her. When she asks for help, she always comes second. What is it? Make it make sense? But nonetheless, she still uses the money from his money though to do things, Cheryl. So again, even if Anthony hasn't physically supported Amber, he has supported her because she still has used his assets to do things. Remember, Cheryl, you have to look at different people. And I'm not saying he's excessively right. That's not what I'm saying. But I want you to get some context into your argument. People is making it seem as though Anthony has made a contribution, and that's not true. Right? Because the truth of the matter is, some people just have money and that's them contribution. That's Anthony's contribution. He doesn't have any of the other things. What him have is some money. And he's put Amber on this joint account. She can do what she wants to do. Amber gets to live in the house. She gets to save her money. She gets not to spend her money at all. She gets to do every single solitary thing on her own. That puts her up on the chain very quickly. Cheryl, if I as a man come into your life and I start paying all of your bills while you're working, believe me, you're going to level up very quickly. So you can call it what you wish. At the end of the day, Anthony coming into Amber's life has benefited her. But people are making it look like it no benefit her. And I'm like, friends, don't do that. Like, don't do that. Friends, this is the truth. Amber coming into Amber's life has benefited her. We don't know why this or not, right? Because I know. Y'all don't want to give Anthony no credit. As far as I'm concerned, Anthony's a dog and he deserve no credit. But listen to me well. Okay? Amber was never Melissa's sister though. She never looked out for Melissa. I want you all to look on the optics of things, friends. Okay? And when I say benefited, I talk about financially. Okay? This is the deal. If you get married to a wealthy man and you don't have to spend a dime out of your money, then every dollar that comes in, you get to do what you want to do. You get to spend this credit card. You got a house and you get to go you get to spend $75,000 on furniture for the house. You collect rent for the house and you keep the money. You're not paying the mortgage. You're barely paying the food because the truth of the matter is, and me should take, hold on, and I'm realizing now Amber probably has been using Anthony's account to do everything because she used Anthony money to do everything. So y'all are making it look like we don't realize this is a wealthy woman. She's with a man who is wealthy. It's just the way how to frame this sometimes is so weird. I'm just saying. Yes, Sheila got benefited as well, but we are talking about Amber because people is making it look like Amber not get she not get no benefit from being with Anthony. It's like say Anthony come in her life and appear destruction, and she has not done anything at all. Come on, man. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes when I make it, that's what's going on with the honeypot girl right now. It's like when I see the value in a things. The honeypot girl did not see the value of Wayne. Now that she's not with Wayne, all of a sudden everything is starting to click to her. Yes, when I get $30,000 per month, when Wayne takes care of every single solitary thing, I'm able to operate all of these things. You cannot mistake that, ladies. If a woman come in my life, and if you as a woman come into my life, and you are the wealthy one, I'm not wealthy like you, and I can do a bunch of things, you have benefited me. Whether I like it or not, you have benefited me. The honeypot girl is feeling the effects of what I'm talking about. We pull the rug and look at what the honeypot girl doing. And even then, the honeypot girl still had a severance package. She is now better than she came in. Come on, friends. Come on, friends. Come on, friends. Not the clothes and the wigs and the upgrades. Come on, friends. So, Anthony, leave Amber. She is no good. Slept with Wayne up to your wedding day. Look here again. Only now gonna make it look as though say Anthony is a saint. He's not either. So I'll never make it look as though Anthony is a saint because he's not. You're not going to come over here and hear O'Neill saying, "Well, yes, Anthony's right." No, Anthony's not a saint either. They both have dirty hands. That is O'Neill's position over here. Just so you know what my position is. Ben, Daniel, and Melissa are not going down trying to help Amber. We all know why. Correct. That's what I said. They're not going down with that. Makes sense to me. If a rich man come in your life, ladies, him going to benefit you. Amber going to end up pregnant from Dave, and they're going to blame Anthony. And this is going to be a whole big mess again. That's correct. Not a saint. No good for one another. I agree with that, Jose. That may agree with. At the end of at the wedding, when Amber was walking down the aisle, Mike stopped Wayne from standing up at the wedding. Yeah, they both are wrong. Every time Anthony does something good for Amber, he owes her that. When is he gonna stop owning her? He owns her. I don't know. Just I'll say him do things fair. People are making it look like him not do things. Hey, should he talk about it? Maybe not. I don't like people talk about things that they do for me. But I'm just saying. Anthony did Amber dirty with Rolanda and Shayla. Let the cards fall where they may. Amber has PTSD dealing with the betrayal of Shayla and Anthony. And Anthony now has PTSD with Wayne. So it's PTSD all around, Doris. It's now entire PTSD. Because now he'll have to live. Look at what's going to be in Anthony's mind. This woman cheated before coming into this wedding with me. And now, while we're at our house together, while I'm actively pursuing her, I haven't moved out. She hasn't moved out. She's been cheating. Doris, it would have affected you as well. That's what I'm telling you. So if you're going to use the PTSD line, make sure you have it for both people. It's not clear cut. If you're giving me a clear cut situation, you offer your bunkers. Anthony truly loved Amber before Shayla's interference, and he still loves her. And I believe he still loves her. You say, oh, all snakes stick together, including Amber, Anthony, Wayne, and Shayla. That's right. O'Neal. Does $25,000 shopping spree, Blackyard? Yes. I when people come on and they make it look like say Anthony has done nothing for Amber, I sit down and I wonder, all right, look here, friends. It might not sit down and listen to Amber, want to listen to Amber and help her with the little restaurant thing. But at the end of the day, then purchase a restaurant. But let's say that the restaurant is bar 44 money. So let's put the restaurant to the side. Anthony got to do upgrades of furniture. She got to go on shopping sprees. She got to have the access to the joint account to do what she's. In fact, she's using his money now to divorce him. I don't know. I do not know, man. I don't know. Where's her money? It gone. The woman tell us say her money is gone. O'Neal, Daniel is going to get our code from Ben with Abigail. Just time. She is supposed to be loyal to our friend Amber, just like Ben is loyal to her friend Anthony. True. Possibly. How did everyone forget about what Amber did with Victor? People forget the things, Shakil. Trust me. If Amber is smart, she will tell Dave to have Melissa sign an NDA, and they need to create a fake documents for things discussed in fake meetings. Interesting. Amber filed for a divorce after Anthony lied about the 5,000. Go back and check it. She doesn't meet Dave yet. Sweet girl, I would have responded to you, but I would have go to check for this for you, but I'm not going to do this with you today. Sweet girl, you're talking to a man who does this for a living, okay? Don't do that to me, sweet girl. Maybe you just watch O'Neal channel. So it's okay. I'm going to take it, sweet girl, that you're just watching my channel. So here's what I want you to do. Sweet girl, here's what I want you to do. Since you're just watching O'Neal's channel and you don't know that I pull up receipts and I'm not a man of receipts, okay? What I want you to do, I got a video for you, okay? Go watch this video. Sweet girl, because O'Neal don't have the time for do the thing with you, go watch this video, sweet girl. I'm going to show you the video. I'm going to show you the video to you so you can see it. Go watch this video. This video right here, I want you to go watch it. Go watch that video and you'll get timelines. Don't play with your boy. Your boy is very good at this. What O'Neal do different, because O'Neal realize that Amber fans will lie to me, or they'll try to swindle me. I don't want to say them lie to me, but they'll try to swindle me with skits. So what O'Neal does is, when I get off here, I go off and I actually go watch back skits, put them together and create the content, smack that, boom, and give it the evidence. Go watch this skit. Please go. If you want to know about timeline, go watch this skit. I give you all the timelines in there. And I tell you why it's muddy and it's murky and Anthony have an argument. Go watch that skit. That's all I must say. Go watch that skit. There you go. Which skit? I'm sorry, not skit. Go watch this review that I've done. This review. I've done a review that says, Amber, what timeline should I use for you and Dave if Anthony asks? Go watch that. Don't play with your boy. Listen to me. Your boy, make sure him do this right, because here what I don't want to do. I don't want to get up in the rumble with y'all, and I don't have the evidence to say what I'm saying. So rather than doing that, because I don't want to just be saying things, I make sure I go for the evidence and give it to you. So if you want to know the timelines and you want to get an inkling of the timelines of this divorce thing and why it's muddy, go watch this skit. Go and watch a skit and come back. Then you come back and then we can talk about timeline again. Her thing is muddy. We don't know for sure for whatever it is. Let's stay in bounds. So they are even. Anthony's going to forget about Wayne. Let's stay in the bounds of the marriage. So they are even. Correct. They would be even if they stay in bounds of the marriage. That's correct. But what I'm learning, Charmin, that they can do. This can be an argument of his lawyer if she has this argument. Her argument can be Amber has a pattern of moving. to strengthen his argument. Not that it matters, not that the cheating before matters, but they can use it to establish an argument of pattern. That's what I learn. I thought about it before and I said, well, generally them can do that, but I have to go verify it. Them can say, well, it seems as though she's been always having this thing of whatever it is. Here it is again. Just an argument them can make. Makes a lot of sense. Not sure. You see, God sees everything we do, and this is why Amber didn't have a happy marriage. What is Sweet Girl watching? I don't know what Sweet Girl I watch. Sweet Girl, go and watch again. sweet Girl, don't run with your boy. Your boy do this. He does this, man. I do, and I deliberately do it because, like I said, I know you have people like yourself that will come on and try to see basically, if you can swindle me, because you'll be like, well, this happened on England, so I have to make sure that when I respond, I'm responding correctly, and I'm not just responding for responding sake. And it's to be fair to you too. I want to be able to, when I respond to you, I'm actually listening to the comment you've made and I'm responding properly. That's an art. That's a conversation. O'Neill, Amber could have stayed with Anthony and put Shayla out of her life. Correct? That too. Amber started out lying in the marriage. Amber was a rebound to Anthony. She loved Wayne even when she took her vows. Correct. Amber benefited more than Shayla from Anthony. Her and Shayla are alike. Amber does it with class, so it looks different. The kinder, thank you, because people come on here and they make it look like Anthony is not being used. Man, stop it, stop it. Has the woman been very valid in a lot of things and valiant in some of her ways? Yes, I'm always gonna give her that. I'm not gonna take that away from her. But don't come and make it look like, say, boy, she was this whatever, and she's done everything and Anthony has done nothing. Don't minimize his effort, whatever his contribution is, because he does have a contribution. Thank you very much, the kinder. Staying in your lane, minding your own business is wise. You could cause someone great harm because of you standing up for your friend. Why not give him a good advice hiring a PI? Because it's not enough, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, again, if you had a friend, Elizabeth, and your friend's man is cheating on her, I'm telling you. You know what? I'm not even, I can't say I'm telling you because I don't know. Elizabeth, you have a friend. And you know her husband a cheat on her. You know. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to leave it right there. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm going to just leave it right there. I ain't going to say nothing else. And Amber is hiding assets as well. Correct. Anthony has been used since the first time he came in this kids, excluding Roe. Brooke and Amber helped him to get his money back. No. Rolanda helped him get his money back. Amber did not help Anthony to get his money back. Rolanda helped Anthony get his money back. Stop it. O'Neill, quick question. Was Wayne right for telling Sonny that she can't be on the podcast? Yeah. Because the podcast is getting too big and Shayla is getting out of hand. Yes. Green Walmart, yes. Because it's too many women. And it's his podcast. It's starting to become too crowded. It's too many voices on the podcast. It's too many voices. You already have like 5 women. Let's work on the women. Amber, Shayla, Delicia, Lauren, Honeypot. That's 5 women. You already got 5 women on the podcast. 6 going to make it a lot of women to talk. It's way too much. Plus, I think he needed to do it because Shayla started to get out of hand. I know what you're saying, Charmin. Charmin, I know what you're saying. It's tough. It's one of those tough ones where I get it. I'm just saying, it's your friend and you know her husband a cheat. You know. It's like, it's a rough one. I know what you're saying, Charmin. That's why I'm saying I cannot even beat people up. But it is a tough one. You finding out that your friend is cheating is a tough one. It's a tough one for anybody to swallow. It's a tough one. It was always a tough one. This was always going to be a tough one for Ben. But the thing though is, Charmaine, like Miss T said, and someone else said, the truth of the matter though is this. Daniel told about those assets and she shouldn't have, but she did. So now Ben is returning the favor. Can't argue with it. Anyways, friends, that is our time. Thank you all very much for coming into the live this morning. I love you all, friends. Don't worry. I always respect y'all opinions and comments. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I always want to hear from you. I'll talk to y'all soon. Have a wonderful morning. Let's look out for more skits. I'm going to talk to you later, friends. Bye-bye.
Welcome to the Anil Show. All I've got is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right. Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again.